Generating traffic and sales can be a challenge for online merchants. But selling on the Walmart Marketplace puts your products in front of millions of customers who shop on Walmart.com. And right now, sellers who join Walmart Marketplace can save up to 50% on referral and fulfillment fees for the first 90 days. So get started today. Head over to marketplace.walmart.com/savings. That's marketplace.walmart.com/savings.
Today's podcast is sponsored by SLI Systems, providers of intelligent site search and navigation solutions. Learn more at sli-systems.com and listen to their interviews at ecommercepodcast.com.
Your path to e-commerce success starts right here. You're listening to Practical E-commerce, the podcast for e-commerce results.
Hello, welcome back to another Practical E-commerce podcast. My name is Brian Getting, and this is part of our September 2006 issue podcast. In this case, we are talking with Mike Randolph, who's the founder and CEO of AbleCommerce. He discusses the merits of a software shopping cart solution, how that differs from a hosted solution like Yahoo stores, and various trends he sees in the e-commerce landscape that e-commerce owners need to be aware of. Mitch Bettis, who's a contributing editor here at the magazine, had a chance to speak with Mike Randolph for the profile in our September issue of the magazine, which is quite a bit of information about shopping carts. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Mitch and Mike here, and enjoy.
Well, Mike, what we want to start with today is talking with you about having a general discussion on the merits of what I call a software cart solution, comparing that to a hosted cart solution, such as a Yahoo store, an eBay store, or various others in that genre. I do know it's a broad topic, but if you can help us a little bit here, perhaps draw some distinctions for a new e-commerce site who may be muddling through the waters of choosing a shopping cart option. What are some of the distinctive characteristics of those two genres, and that you might share with someone?
Well, I'd say that, that everything has a place. Yahoo stores, they have over 150,000 merchants now, so without a doubt, the hosted solution has a place in the marketplace. There's other solutions out there, the eBay Pro stores. They have a large user base. It was formerly the Courant product, and, for certain kinds of merchants, I think they're attractive. Specifically speaking about Yahoo stores, I think they make it easy for a broad base of users to get started quickly. They have an attractive fee schedule that, if you're not selling much, works out well. I think they tend to hit you when you start, becoming more successful. Then those kinds of solutions get more expensive and tend to be, quite limited in what you're able to do with the solution, particularly in the area to make yourself stand out from the crowd and provide a more distinctive, user experience to your customer.
I mean, there are various features that carts bring to the table, but in general, are the majority of features similar with carts?
Well, the hosted solutions tend to push a particular payment gateway or two, where the software solutions like AbleCommerce or any of our fine competitors, we support dozens of payment gateways. And I think that the big merchants like Yahoo tend to push a couple payment gateways because they're getting kickbacks, of course, from these gateways. So in those regards, the hosted solutions are always going to be more limited, just for the fact that the hosted solutions, that they're looking to host, in the case of like Yahoo stores, 150,000 merchants. So they tend to dummy down the flexibility of their solution so that any merchant is able to use them without costing their, support department a lot of time. And that's how they're able to, offer a solution at $29.95 out of the gate, is to, really have a limited set of features and abilities which are easy to use. But ultimately, if you're a successful seller, it's going to prevent you from making, more money.
Well, is there a point that we could tell someone, and maybe that's a volume point or a quantity of inventory point? Is there some way to quantify what generally works well on a solution like a hosted solution, and at what point do we really need to look at a software product that might have more flexibility, a more tailored approach, a more sophisticated approach? Is there some way to quantify that leap for folks?
Well, it certainly varies, but in the case of Yahoo Store and many others, Yahoo, 4 or 5 years ago had a more industry standard cart where you had 40 templates that made up your entire store, and the template that displayed your product was reused among any of your inventory items. To make it easier for customization for people that are using like front page, now Yahoo requires you to have an HTML display page for each of your products. So that tends to become, 500 to 1,000 products, and you're starting to get a lot of display pages that you're having to maintain. Where a product like AbleCommerce and any of the main shopping cart software, there's one product page that you can customize, and all of your products are being pulled from the database, and that single display page is being used to show your products. So you're not having to continuously edit this display page while you're adding products.
One of the perks that some of the hosted solutions tout is a real user-friendly, very basic interface. You don't need an IT department. You don't have to have a lot of tech experience in order to manage an inventory or to make changes in how your store looks. In general, is that an accurate representation? Or, by default they're saying you need a significant technical prowess and operate a software solution. Is that a fair characterization? Or how would you assess the technical skills that are needed for someone to use a software solution?
Well, I think, most all of the software solutions now are, available in a hosted environment, either through, the software manufacturer's partner base or directly from the manufacturers. Storefront.net, AbleCommerce, there's many products out there that are available for sale, which are also available in a hosted solution. I don't think that they're available, at the $29.95 price point, such as Yahoo, because there is a higher support cost for the flexibility that products like ours bring. But without a doubt, the initial setup of an AbleCommerce store requires a higher sophistication from the merchant than, say, a Yahoo store. But at the same point, I think the typical merchant doesn't have graphic skills and HTML skills. So you kind of wind up, the stuff that's really more difficult to customize to begin with, you have the same hurdles regardless of whether it's Yahoo Store or AbleCommerce in reality. Once you get the templates designed, your look and feel over the top of the store, Yahoo Store or AbleCommerce are all very easy to use. You open up the product page and type in a description, the price, how many you have in stock, and if it's on special or not. I think once the store is initially set up, I think the day-to-day usage of the store, they're all pretty similar.
If I'm struggling to make a decision with all of these various options that are out there, could you articulate then just a couple of key options that say, this is the reason why a software solution is the best solution for me in a certain circumstance? Is there a way to boil it down to a couple of distinguishing factors?
Well, I think if you've done your homework in regards to your market space and you have a product that you know is going to sell and you have your shipping pricing figured out so that you're going to be competitive in the marketplace, then I think the investment for a software-based solution or a more flexible solution is going to pay off quite quickly. If you don't know what your product's going to sell or the way your marketing is going to sell, then obviously the $29.95 a month Yahoo solution is a heck of a lot safer way to get started. Whereas you've moved beyond whether it's you've been selling on eBay or whether you are currently selling on Yahoo and now you're getting successful and either the limitations of the product or the fees are starting to become oppressive, then the $1,000 for the cart and a couple $1,000 for a graphics designer to get your look and feel over the top of the display pages, that doesn't take very long to pay off in the nicer user experience that a well-designed, more flexible solution will offer.
One thing that the hosted solutions couch as a perk to going with one of their options is what they say are that they have kind of maximized the search engine optimization characteristics of their store, and that clearly is an advantage to someone who wants to rank high on an organic search. On a software package, is that really something that's distinctive from a software package? Do you get the same kind of benefits of SEO in a software solution?
Well, I think Yahoo and most of the hosted solutions aren't particularly good with the SEO because they try to homogenize everything so much that nobody really stands out from anybody else. You're not able to, modify certain key elements which might help. To a big degree, search engine optimization is a real tricky subject, but I think it's more about how well you write your content than necessarily what software package you have. There are some technical things that certain packages have. AbleCommerce, we use what we call URL rewriting, which basically you've probably seen product pages, which you'll see a uniform URL, which looks like product.aspx and then $product_ID equals 22. Search engines don't really care for that too much, and we rewrite that so it's better for the search engine. I won't get too technical right now, but with URL rewriting, we're able to make the search engines make those pages appear to be static pages to the search engines. And I don't think Yahoo or really eBay stores or many of the hosted solutions are really focused on that much, to be real honest. I think the software solutions tend to seem to be focusing on that more than the hosted solutions, to be real honest, from what I've seen.
Clearly there's a cost with a software option, your service and others. Mm-hmm. Clearly there's a cost with even a hosted solution option, and that varies based on what components you buy, what scale that you choose.
The cost of the shopping cart software is really insignificant compared to the rest of building up a successful store. People are always, well, this is $300, this is $400, why is AbleCommerce $1,000? I'm trying to save $500 when the total investment by the time your time is involved and stuff just doesn't make a lot of sense. If you're going to do that, just go with Yahoo Store, and once you're starting to pay, $100 or $200 a month in fees, then go out and look for a real solution. We've always loved Yahoo Store and Miva because they get people going, and they realize, hey, even though I didn't do a lot of homework, I'm still selling. And once you get 1 out of 20 merchants that are successful, and they start looking for a product that's going to carry them through years 3 through 5 or 3 through 7, whatever the case may be. We had one merchant that was paying Yahoo stores over $10,000 a month in fees, and they came with AbleCommerce, and they're paying under $2,000 a month with hosting with us. Funny thing is Yahoo store never even talked to them one time, and they were paying $10,000 a month in fees. It starts to add up. They're trying to get a lot of people involved, but the fees, once you're actually successful, tend to become pretty aggressive on the side of the hosted solution.
Are there things we haven't covered that you would want to particularly communicate to a person who's either looking for a shopping cart or perhaps looking to make a switch from wherever they are now to a software solution?
One of the big disadvantages that I see in regards to a hosted solution, and I don't care if it's eBay or Yahoo, is when you decide to move forward and you're unhappy with either the performance of the solution or the support you're receiving from these vendors. When you decide to move forward, you're having to throw away all of that investment in time and the investment in money that you've put forward in creating those stores, because you can't go buy Yahoo Store on a CD and take it to Rackspace.com, one of the premier hosting environments, and install Yahoo Store and transfer your data. So, solutions like AbleCommerce, we have a hosted solution that competes favorably, storefront.net. There's many software-based products that allow you to get started in a hosted environment. that should you get mad at us, get mad at one of our partners or who are hosting you, you can always take your store and move it to another server, your own server. And when you start growing, some of the things that people want to do is integrate with, accounting packages. Try calling up Yahoo and say, I'd like to set up a virtual private network, and I'd like to open up a hole in the firewall so we can connect up to our Great Plains software. It's just not going to happen. Again, if you're just trying to figure things out initially, I think the hosted solutions are great. Look into all of the options available, because AbleCommerce and many of our good competitors offer a hosted solution, and yet sometime down the road, if you get mad at us or you want to upgrade, you can take that investment in time, install the software on your own server or rack space, whatever it may be, and you haven't thrown away all that time and energy.
And that's going to do it for Mitch's interview with Mike Randolph of AbleCommerce. Once again, this is Practical E-Commerce, and this is from the October 2006 issue of our magazine. Don't forget to check our website at www.practicalecommerce.com for more information, articles, and especially in October, many podcasts supplementing the articles from the month. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.